Hello everyone and welcome to Murders at Karlov Manor draft. Mm, this is a double rare pack, but I don't think either of them is very good. Um, there are just not that many artifacts that you would investigate a lot with this thing. I guess if you have like I don't know, 6+ artifacts and then some other clue making to get to be able to benefit from the sacrificing discount, this could be okay. But it requires quite a few things to go right, and this here is not good at all. So there's a surveillance monitor, there's a makeshift binding you could just take. It is the only white card in the pack to be noted. This would be nice in some kind of a collect evidence deck. This is just a straight up good card which you can take early. I'm taking the only white card here. Oh, this is Kylox's Volt Strider. Huh. Okay. There's also the quest to kill. And there's a very good white 2-drop. Now, you can crew this. It's a 3 mana 4/4 vehicle crew 2, so nothing amazing in that sense. So, but the ability is the good part. So you can collect evidence 6 to crew this, and then when you attack, not when you block, but when you attack, you get an extra cast from an instant or a sorcery that you use to collect evidence. So it can be quite nice. Now, I could just take the Market Watch Phantom here also. But this is kind of the more fun card to play around. It is also a mythic rare, I would want to fill in the playset of these. But this is just so good. I'm going to take this because I started with a white card and this is, a high quality 2-drop. And as long as white is, somewhat open, this is a very good two cards to have in your white deck. Right. Well, you could take the Phantom. I would take the Phantom at this point over the Vigilante. But there's also a Slice from the Shadows. There's a Tunnel Tipster. There are considerations too. There's also the Shadowy Backstreet. Might come back to me if I'm very lucky. If people don't red draft at all, if I take the Slice here. I don't mind having white-green or black-white, but I do think the Slice is maybe slightly... Okay, I'm taking the removal, but you could take whatever there. This interrogation is not very good. You will get a number of clues, but it is gonna cost a lot of mana to crack the clues, unless you get the first pick rare I passed. I mean, if you the rare that was available at the first pick. Now that would of course make this a lot better. But anyway, I'm playing this if I'm blue-white, but I'm not gonna pick it highly. I'm not gonna pick this and hope to get the blue-white. I think I'll just take the auspicious arrival here, because I will be white here, and this is a good one to have. I need some creatures though, I have only one, the Phantom here. Alright, well there's a Dog Walker. How can I not take it? There's nothing... Well, no, there is black card. I think the Presumed Dead is okay, but I don't need tricks, I need creatures. So I'm taking the Dog Walker, which I can play, of course, even if I don't have red. The disguise is hybrid. Now, I don't know yet if black is actually going to be my second color, so I prefer the defenestrated Phantom over the Basilica Stalker. Otherwise, I think I slightly more like this because this has the Surveil and the additional life gain, and I think it's the 4 toughness is better than 3 toughness, but now it's possible I won't end up in white, so I'll take this creature. I won't end up in black, of course, I meant to say. Alright, I have a Dog Walker. I could actually take the Convenient Target. I think it's the best card here. And I could still be red-white here. So I'm not a big fan of these cards, especially if I can't cast them, without the disguise option. So I'll take the target and I will have an idea about maybe being red-white. Here I could take the 2-drop, and why not? Due diligence is not that high importance, and I like this cheap card more than the expensive card. So I'll take this, and we'll see if this is going to move to Bodo's direction. Demand answers, playable. I'll take that. I think at this point I'm cutting the slice from the shadows, but I will remember it. I will remember it so, pack 2 can still give me some juicy black cards, and I might go that route. Okay, I have a, decent red card here. Felonious Rage. Let's take it and move on. And I get another Phantom here. I'm not playing the Court red-handed. It's too expensive. It should cost only 4 mana. Okay, there's a wrench, which I don't intend main decking, and rarely intend to sideboard either, but who knows. Okay, there's a Delny here. I don't recall seeing that. Oh, yeah, it is my first copy if I take it. 3 mana 2/2. Creatures you control with power 2 or less can't be blocked by creatures with higher power. But okay, that's something, but it's not that amazing for a 3 mana 2/2. For a 3 mana 2/2, you need to get something good. If an ability of a creature you control... Okay, triggers that... Alright, well, it doesn't even work with the Dogwalker, because this will be a 3 power creature once you flip it. I think Galvanize is just a better card here. Am I gonna pass another mythic? Wait, I'm not red drafting here. Well, I'm not red drafting now. I think this is just not very good. There are some abilities. I mean, having double triggers of this doesn't even matter, so Galvanize it is. Okay, Pyrotechnic Performer. Now there's a very good card. There's also Push and Pull. I have the funny color combination that allows me to play both options without having access to the kind of main color of the card. So the black, you can play any black deck, or you can play specifically white and red deck to be able to, cast both helps. It's a really good card. Now that said, there's a Novice Inspector and a Fusion Bother, which are good too, and of course the Pyrotechnic Performer. I think I need to 2-drop the most out of these. There's also the Red Herring, Convenient Target. Maybe I'll get something good out of this pack, but I'll take this 2-drop because that's what I need the most here. Connecting the dots is good if you have mostly cheap things. I guess I could be that deck. Other options, I would take the Granite Witness over the Savior. Neither of those I can hardcast, and I like to get I like this more when I have only the disguise option available. But I think the Connect the Dots is gonna be my pick. I need more creatures though. That card requires a bunch of creatures. And here is a Frantic Scapegoat. So actually it turned from mostly white cards to mostly red cards. I haven't picked like really a lot of white cards here. Okay, couple of cases of the Pilfered Proofs. Now this requires a ton of detectives to make it. I have one to make it really good, so I'm not taking that. I could take the Savior or the Technician. I like the Technician more. Yeah, let's take it. And here I could take a white card, Sanctuary Wall, but I don't think this is the kind of deck that wants to play this wall. I guess I'll like this Crowd Control Warden the most here. I do have a couple of 3 mana, disguise creatures that cost 5 to turn face up. I don't want to have too many of them, but this is a fairly, useless pack for me anyway. I don't like the Due Diligence that much. I'd rather take creatures because I need creatures. And here I can take yet another 3 mana Disguiser and 5 mana turn face up. I could just take the Orangutan. It's like at least a sideboard card. I don't necessarily like to main deck it. Okay, I'm taking it anyway. At least it has reach, it can block flyers, but I think I consider it a sideboard card. Now here is a good card, the Concealed Weapon I'm definitely picking. So I've been picking mostly red cards. So after I took my first red card, I started mostly taking red cards because that's all I've been passed. Alright. Shady Informant, Felonious Rage number 2. I'm getting a lot of these things passed to me, but they are not a very good card, so that's why you see them late. I guess I need to take the creature. I can turn it face up without black mana. I don't like it, but I do want to be you know, a deck that actually has creatures. Crime Novelist though won't be that good. I don't think I'm gonna play two of these, but a Crime Novelist, I don't have enough clues for that. Okay, so I'm getting now all these decent black cards, but I don't think I'm gonna move into black-red. Alright, 20 gems at least. And the due diligence, you know, I can play it still. Okay, something good, and there is something good. Shock is nice, of course, but I'm going to take now the Novice Inspector. I guess I should put the Orangutan to the main deck just in case. I will start, of course, cutting cards very soon, but I need cheap things. It seems like I have a lot of cheap things, but not all of them are very impactful, board impactful early in the game. But yeah, Inspector over Shock is now my choice. Okay, Massacre Girl, Inside Source. This would be yet another mythic rare I don't pick. You know, I want to complete the set, but there's also Dog Walker. Alright, well. I like the Dog Walker maybe slightly more than the Source. This has the 2 mana option and I might need it here. Okay, let's pass the mythic rares. I will complete my collection anyway. Alright, here I'm just taking the rare, not because it's 20 gems. It's a really good one. I have enough playables. The entire pack is almost left still. I could take the Griff Note Tracker, nothing wrong with that. But it's, you know, not anything amazing either. This will make my mana better and that's very important. And the Surveil is always nice. Harry Dronesmith. Vigilante. I have 5 mana, you know, reveals available, so many that I don't pick the Vigilante. The Dronesmith can be good. Do I have any synergy when about sacrificing? I don't think so, but I'll pick it anyway. I might, of course, end up cutting it if it's just a 2/3 that gives me a 1/1 one use flyer. Okay, well, there's a good card. Karlov Watchdog. Absolutely. Easy pick. Let's take it. Okay, Offender. Yeah, I'll take the Offender. I don't think I'm gonna play all these disguise creatures that cost 5 to turn face up. Okay, do I want to have another Giaben Orangutan or one of these? I don't think so. I'm just taking 20 gems now. I have enough playables. This would be like a sideboard use if I need 2 of them. I don't think I need, so Cryptex it is for 20 gems. I won't be playing the Informant. I have, what, 2 detectives, so the cap is bad. That means I'm taking a rare for value. None of these matter either. I'll take an uncommon. Okay, that's some good black going late. I think the Long Goodbye is a really good one, but I'm not going to splash it, but it's just shows how, you know, black just sometimes isn't drafted at all. I think people think it's the worst color, and it might be. I haven't really checked 17 lands data that much, but black is definitely good if you get the good cards, especially when you get those so late. Well, I get now all these late rares for a little bit of gems. How many gems am I gonna take? That's the 80 now there. So this is now 140, so I got 60 gems. 60 gems from extra rare, so it's gonna be the, because I didn't have a playset of these, I know. I had 2 these and these. That was, yeah, from these 2 and from this one I got gems. A little bit of bonus. They do add up when you draft a lot. Right, this is 26 cards. Let's put to the 3-drop slot everything here. Because while some of these can be played at 5 or 6, I want to see it like that. Alright. Creature curve. Yeah, the problem is the 2-drops, and this concealed weapon should be here too. Well, it won't go there with this filter. I can do it like this. Okay, I cannot. Yep. I think that works. You have to put the ore in there to have the concealed weapon going there. Alright, so this is so far 16 creatures. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's a lot of expensive disguise costs of turning face up costs, so I don't think I want to go to 16 lands here. 17 will be the correct number of lands. I will be cutting the demand answers. I will be cutting from the main deck the due diligence. It can be a little risky against interaction heavy decks. And I will not play the orangutan here, and this would be 23 now. I think I will try the drones with. Is anything here really gonna care about the dronesmith? Not really, no. Oh well, actually there is one. Connecting the dots. That synergizes with it. Well, I will start with that thing in main. The problem with this card, I mean, let's say, not problem, but the drawback. Drawback is, of course, the fact it is a 4 mana 2/3. And yes, you can attack for 1 each turn, and it's nice. But when you are not the aggressor, it's really bad defensively. Trades with 2 drops, or some 2 drops at least, or 2 mana spells. But I think I'm starting as the aggressor. I at least hope. So I think I can play that dronesmith. If I don't play it, what would I play? Like a orangutan to wrench due diligence? No. I like this better in the main deck. And I will have both of these convenient targets. With 15 creatures, I think it's still okay. And I have some additional creatures from the Dog Walker and the Technician here and so on. And this is, I can count this as a creature too, because you can of course play it as a face down creature. So yeah, there's not enough 2 drops to make me happy about this deck, but I think going to the red direction was correct. Maybe I was able to still switch to red-black, but I don't know. Some of my white cards are pretty good here, so I'm happy enough with this. And yes, please, no none of this. It's gonna be a 8/8 dual land set. Yep, that's that. That is the main deck. On the play, that is actually a decent hand. And they did mulligan now. I can start with the scapegoat. I can make the bystander actually. It's very useful to make this thing suspected. Because you are more likely to get the clue token out of it. I still have the convenient target, so I can also resuspect the scapegoat. Does it work with this thing? Whenever one or more, if this thing is suspected, you may suspect one of the other. If you do, okay, I think it does work with the convenient target as well. Okay, guess I'm gonna play the Phantom this turn. Any removals? No removals. Oh, they could have the 2 mana uncommon that can even kill this because it can't be countered, but no. So I'm on the play with 1, 2, 3 drops. That's just a turn 3 first play. I am going to actually offer the trade here. I know losing the flyer might be a little annoying, but then again I will clear their board that way. And then I can play the planes and the concealed weapon. They don't even want to do that, so this is even better. As long as they don't have a rat. But I think if they have rat, I want to keep this suspected, because this is gonna be turned face up. If they have a rat, they would have blocked to clean some damage. Okay, due diligence isn't going to help them too much. That's no 4/4. They actually could have attacked with it. It has vigilance with that aura on it. And I have now the 5 mana option. Actually, this is almost lethal. Is this like let's make sure if I can just win. Now, if I now attack with everything, they will block one of these. This is +3 +0. No, I'm going to just make them go to 1 because these are menace creatures. They cannot block them. So now they need an actual wrath. Okay, that opponent. I guess they wanted to get the clue, but I don't know. Well, we'll see. If they wrath the board, which they don't, I would have still potentially lost. Well, that was a white and black deck. That was an Essence of Antiquity. Alright, does that mean that I'm gonna play the Orangutan? It is an artifact creature. It's a pretty good blocker. Okay, let's do the Orangutan. There's value potentially to be generated. I don't think I need the rest of the stuff. The French or the due diligence. I will cut something and that card will be probably none of the cheap things. It's gonna be one of the clumsy ones. Shady Informant is my choice here. And that's that. This is a nice hand. I'll keep it. With 4 lands, I guess I can take this. I should maybe take all the creatures now that I have the convenient target that I can make. You know, keep reattaching to different ones. Here I do think that I can live with 3 mana. Even if I don't draw more, because I still have these as castable, these 3 as castable spells, and if I don't draw lands, that means I draw spells, and most of the spells I can cast with 3 mana. Okay, the onlooker makes it so that it can block the 2/2 whether it flies or not. I think I'm going to go for the aggression here. I will just do this. Make it fly just in case. And now they cannot block it. They need another flyer to block this. I can make this fly, you know, every turn with the Dronesmith. That's another, you know, synergy piece actually. You will always trigger this if you have a Dronesmith alive and well. Okay, I would like if they attack with the 1/3 because that allows me to get damage with the Dronesmith, but that did not happen now. I am still going to play the Dronesmith. But I mean, I can attack with the Thopter and the Bystander, then they eat the Bystander for free. Thopter deals 1, but that's not relevant now. So I'm just going to, you know, play it post-combat. I guess, is there any value to having this thing that gets sacked? There is no value. Of course, I could have played it pre-combat too. They had no decisions to be made there. That's another flyer. That's a Dog Walker. Well, I definitely don't mind, you know, the Market Watch Phantom trading with the tracker. I will get this thing back and it will cost 3 mana only. 4 mana total to get it back. They actually might have another tracker and then they can eat it from the graveyard, but oh well. I know I could play the Offender at large, but you know, pumping any of these guys is not going to matter too much. Oh, this is the hybrid cost I have available. It's an actual red-white. I don't need double red or double white for it. And I didn't need to play this precon, but I was thinking that I need to make it this fly, but I just said that that this guarantees the Phantom to fly. Now I can of course attack with the 1/1 if they want to double block, because they have to double block thanks to suspicion. Yeah, this is it. And now I do hope, because I don't have now the 3 mana to return the aura, I hope they don't have any graveyard hate. Because the convenient target might be quite relevant here going forward. They are starting to have their defenses up. Soul Search. Well, they can search my big 5-drop. Too bad. Okay, that actually can exile a card from the graveyard. I need to be careful. There's no point letting this be face down. Let's do this and Galvanize. Galvanize is, well, good, but how good it is right now? I think I need to use the convenient target. I just don't like the fact that they have the Strider. I will not have the mana to return the convenient target. So maybe I am supposed to not play it this turn. Maybe I'm supposed to offer the trade with the dog. No, there's no point. It will just trade with the 1/1 here. Man, this is difficult all of a sudden. I don't think there's like... I can make one of these menace, but then they block with the Strider. I suppose I don't have to deal damage to the Strider, but then they block with the Agent and the Strider, and that's kind of annoying. But I think I still do that. Because I can put this on the Bystander. Oh, but they can still block it with only 2. Only 2 guys. I need to do something here. I'm gonna do this. Okay, it's too late now. Maybe they'll make a mistake. You know, it's possible they make a mistake. Now, I cannot attack with anything else, because now if they double block with the Strider, I will just... I mean, they might block with the Agent and the Strider. As sad as that is. Because if I attack with the Dogwalker, they will block with the Strider on the Dogwalker, and then they will exile their convenient target, because they will use 2 guys to block this Bystander. At least that is possible, and I want my convenient target to stick around here, so... Yeah. I'll kill the 1/1. So not so great for me. I didn't get to deal any damage there. Another Strider. They are having my graveyard hated. Well, I guess I'm not going to let them use the Striders then. I don't have an on the job in this deck, which is a shame. At some point I will have more mana, and then I can return these more easily. They are really going... They are defensive, but now they also have this Coroner, which can... Okay, well, there is something. There is quite something there, isn't there? Well, I'm definitely connecting the dots in here. And do I need to... What do I need to do here? I can just draw like a million cards. Finish off the Coroner with the Galvanize or something. I don't have to care about the convenient target at this point anymore. Let's go. That's gonna exile 8 cards. I won't be getting decked. Now this is for each creature that attacks. Let's have a draw 8. Now they will have a good blocks in here. They will definitely have good blocks. But if they block a dog walker with a coroner, then I will be able to finish off the coroner. Now I hope just one thing. I won't have mana to use this, and I want to use the galvanize. If they can kill the connecting the dots, I will be losing. I will lose. I have only 2 dog tokens left, but I can now, on the next turn, draw an incredible amount of cards. Please don't remove it. Well, they didn't remove it. That is important. Ideally I draw a land now, and I did, so I could still draw 2 more cards, but maybe because I have to discard the hand size anyway, I'm not gonna do that now, because I also want to have some board presence here. I have no idea which mana should I leave up, but I guess this is fine. Discard a hand, draw all the cards, or put them to your hand. Okay, this is gonna be good. Yeah, they got the 5-6, which is annoying. But I guess I just start playing my things. I'm gonna do this and the inspector. And I can jump the 5-6. There were a lot of lands in there, but and I would still want to use my convenient target, but as long as they can respond to it by I'm gonna jump this. They can respond to my return by using this. Then I have to reactivate the returning again and all that. Now I can actually deal a ton of damage with this thing if I equip it with the concealed weapon. If I guess I can make this even be like I can make it be a 10 power creature when I turn it face up. I just don't have all the mana for that. So I'm thinking here how to exactly do it. Because that requires 4 mana to play and equip. Then it requires 3 more, that's 7, and then the face up. So I cannot do it all just like that. But I'm going to start with this. And don't need to do anything else. Okay, so they were checking my graveyard. The thing with convenient target is that it has an activated ability, but for 3 mana you return it. Oh, they have a pull in there. That's not actually that's only 2, 3 ones. They don't get any. Was that really the best stuff to bring back? Well, they did that. Not much I can do about it. Oh, they did not attack with the walkers. What is this? Don't they know that they're gonna die? Well, opponent. I'm gonna use the concealed weapon like this. And then I'm going to do this. Now it's actually their window to. It's their window now to use the the Strider here. Because I don't have mana to activate the. I don't know. Was the opponent confused what this card does? Of course, it's not gonna get you just 2 cards. Anyway, none of this matters anymore because I have now lethal. I have information now about this because I know the only thing they have up is this. And now this is now of course only 9 power, but it is actually a 3/2 creature. So when I do this, cancel, do this, it will be a 10 power creature, and that is 10 to the face. Could have been 11 with the convenient target, although they would respond by exiling it. Well, that was at least a fun finish, and it was also a fun thing to see this thing in action. Okay, that's a nice hand. But will I... If I draw an untapped land, I would prefer... Now, I'm gonna do this, and this also allows me to, surveil into a land potentially. And I can still do the scapegoat and the inspector if I want to, and I do. My plan is again to make the bystander have a suspected... Oh, what happened? Do I need to reconnect? I'll do that. So I did close the client and, well, restarted it. Of course, in that case, when you have an active match, it will just connect straight to the active match. Not this time. It just went to the home screen. And I clicked back to the draft event. At least it did not give me a loss. But it's as if that match never started. I had a good starting hand. I wanted to play that. But, well, it wasn't a loss. I just tried to go to another match then. Let's just forget that stub of a match. Okay, well, the game gave me another good starting hand, so I'm happy. And I'm also on the play, just like in the unfinished match. The opponent mulliganed to 6 there. I had to pause for a while because they weren't doing much, but they are starting with 6. Okay, so with the convenient target in my hand, I'm going to play this as a 2-drop. Otherwise, there's no play for me, and they already started with the 1-drop, so I want to match the tempo here. I do need another red for this thing, though. This, of course, has a pretty big target on it, because any disguise creature I have is gonna deal additional damage to them, and they know it. Their start was very good, though. Not very defensive oriented, but this is now 3 power of creatures. I'm glad I was on the play, because facing this start on the draw could be a little annoying. So I drew a land. This was of course suspected, it cannot block. I drew a land which is, good for the warden. Not good for the technician though. The technician does give me 2 creatures for bigger effect on the crowd control warden. So I would like to have this before I turn that guy face up. This is a really good card. Actually all the cards they have played are good. Very good deck, it seems. So Gohound is gonna stay do blocking duty. Okay, well there is the mountain for the technician. Now it is as if they knew that I have the convenient target, because this would have been a good turn. Play the convenient target and then deal more damage. But I don't think that... I think I'm willing to take the trade here. Yeah, I'm willing to take the trade. They have to block with both. And then post combat I will disguise the technician. Okay, this is acceptable. I won't be getting any damage from that thing, but I mean, if I just don't do anything, then they have a bigger board. They have, 5 power guys that I probably don't want to be blocking. I have actually a pretty decent turn. Next turn I can turn this guy face up and play the defenestrated phantom face down, and then I can threaten to make a 7/7 out of this crowd control warden on the left. But let's see if they have removal on any of them. Not yet. Never blocking that thing. I can, on the other hand, I can attack with the crowd control warden. It will be a 5/5. They are not blocking it. And if they block this, yeah, they can block this other guy with a 2/2. I will get a 1/1 flyer still. So this is all fine. This is all fine. Yes, I do want to have my flyer, and then I still have a reasonable play on the next turn. I mean, for the remainder of the turn. Now they could have a thing like a murder in their hand. So, okay, well there wasn't. So that was just if they pass with 5 mana up. I don't know if it would be better to, use mana on the... Okay, they got rid of my bystander, no big deal. So now they have only 3 power for blockers. I take my 2 here, thank you very much. So I can safely attack with both. That is true. Now they might double block the 4/3, but double blocking is fine. I can, trade with both of their guys. And if they don't do a double block, then I, of course, on the correct guy, I mean, they can, of course, double block the wrong guy too. But this will be a 6/6 now, and I'm happy with the 6/6 here, and I'm not taking... they are not dying. Well, I'm still... I mean, there's nothing much for me to do than turning this face up. So, I don't think they can deal 8 extra to me. If I draw a land, do I need 7 mana? No, I don't. I won't let them know that I have nothing in my hand. Although the priority probably indicated that because there are no 0 mana spells here, I must hold a land. Okay. So I don't know what this thing is, but they have only 3 mana. So it won't be doing anything too dangerous. That's a good one too, but I think it's still going to be my 4/3 here and make them jump. That said, that could be a, well, that could be the tapper, of course, so I shouldn't do anything pre-combat, and I'm not going to play the Dronesmith either. I will try to attack. Okay, now the question is, am I gonna want to have a 1/1 blocker? Again, I don't think this is gonna deal, this is gonna make me go to 9. This is not gonna deal 9 damage. They will jump with the inside source, most likely. So I can do this and then do this. I actually could have used a convenient target here, but it's risky if they have the tapper, you know, thing. So now, can they deal? Can they deal now extra? I mean, these deal 4. This dealing extra 7 seems very unlikely for that color combination. Yeah, they have this detective case, but they need to answer for both of the flyers. They need some kind of a life gain. And I still have the 6/6 they need to deal with. I could also play the convenient target. But I didn't have mana to... I don't think... Yeah, I had 7 here, so I didn't have mana to return, play, and have this for another 1/1. But of course this was... Now there is a card that could help here, and it is the 2/1 lifelinking creature that when you turn it face up, gives lifelink to some of your other creatures for that turn. Now that would mean they would gain, what, 4 extra life. That would still jump here. Yeah, it wouldn't be that great. Well, I don't have to worry about what my plays would have been if they didn't concede. Because of course I had the question of, do I want to convenient target the warden to make it, you know, the double block forced, or do I want to play the drone smith, which is both giving me an extra lethal creature and also leaving me a blocker if they somehow survive here. I guess the drone smith was the safer way. Okay. So orangutan kills artifacts, blocks flyers. No. French now. No. I'll keep this. Okay, I'm given this hand. They chose to go first, unsurprisingly. Well, there is a galvanize. I'm gonna keep this. This is 3, you know, lands both colors, and there's something to do early in the game. The connecting the dots might not be the best thing ever here. Do I want to have a 4th land guaranteed? Next turn, galvanize is going to be maybe the thing. Turn 3 is a concealed. I'm gonna have the extra mountain here. I think I might need it. But of course it's bad if the next 2 draws after that will be lands too, but okay, I think I'm going to just kill this before letting them untap, because I'm not getting any disguise creatures either. Let's do this. I need to, you know, be careful about my life total now that it was their turn to have a 1-drop, 2-drop start. No disguise creature. Aha. Which of these is like the least important? I can do any 3 of these. I like the big guy. I guess I can, you know, make these, give them a removal target as this thing first. I know the concealed weapon is also a possibility. I don't know how useful it's gonna be, but it's very good if I get my dog walkers. My dogs are suddenly 4/1s if I have the mana to move them around. Oh, they actually had no attack. Well, that's problematic for them. I am going to attack myself. I do have the felonious rage, and then if they don't do anything funny, I will just conceal the concealed weapon. It does seem like they have nothing there. Maybe they are actually sandbagging a rat or something. The offender at large can be just, you know, a 5-drop. I didn't need to disguise this now because I can play it on the next turn. But okay, no rat. Felonious. Rage will be useful in dealing with that guy. I could have killed it and gotten a 2-2 and lost my weapon, but I don't like that. What I do like here is to play my 4-4, 5-4 and yep, I'm gonna have to add it to the board. And who is gonna be the one I'm going to lose? If they block. I don't think they are gonna block, but if they block, I think the flyer will be slightly more useful. I don't like the fact it costs so much mana to activate it though. But I have not a lot of creatures, so I'm gonna lose the weapon to this trade if they choose to block. I really doubt they're gonna block. I mean, that would actually be good, because this is gonna give them another counter when they attack, and if they have a means to, you know, not be able to, I mean, deal with the offender at large here, that will be problematic for me. I mean, looking at 7 damage when they add another counter on the Inspector. Okay, that's not a way to deal with the offender at large, at least not yet. Well, there it is, they are targeting it. Okay, they have a due diligence. Okay, that is annoying. That is annoying for sure. I will need to deal with the 6-6 using the Felonious Rage. So I think I have to take a 10 here. Yeah. Although that's not exactly true. I have the weapon which is +3/+0, but I also don't want to block this because this is just temporary pump. It will be a 2-3. So let's take the damage. And now no removal. I do have the enchantment that exiles. That would be, of course, very good. Well, I do have options. None of them involve playing the connecting the dots here. I'm not even going to attack. So we will just have to see what they do. I'm at 6 only, so that is nasty. I can block one thing with the weapon, and as long as the thing doesn't trample and these don't, I can, you know, prevent the damage that way. Okay, so if yeah, I can, you know, reveal this, but it doesn't do much. It will only trade with things. And then I would have still the Felonious Rage up. But I think it is better to make this block in here, and do I still need to lose my things? I think I do need. Yeah, I need to. Yeah, this is not gonna. I won't be able to use the flyer, and they will be remaining with a 3-3 here, which is pretty annoying with the source. But oh well. I will have a 2-2 remaining. But they have the 3-3. I know I have this equipment here, but they have also 2 cards in the hand, and I have effectively no cards thanks to this not being good when you are so defensive. Yeah. Not good, not good at all. Sadly no vigilance or anything, so I'll play this still. Maybe at some point I will be able to attack with it. But this bystander is a good blocker on the Nightwatch at least. I get a clue, they get a 2-2. Okay. They have a flyer now. Now I need an axle removal spell or my own flyer. Okay, I need lucky top decks. They have a 2-2, they can keep pumping with the saws. Phantom is like okay-ish. This is not a detective. So they cannot pump this guy. And now that I drew my Phantom, this is actually good. Because now I can do this and this, and I will trade with the 2. So now let's say that if the opponent draws like 2 lands back to back, I'm gonna go down to 2, and then I am going to be able to trade with the Lamassu. Now if they drew a creature here, I think I'm in a very bad shape, because I need to have 5 mana for the face down card. So I cannot really. Okay. This is a good card. Darn it is, but problem is that I cannot play it even face down now. So yeah, I need to fight for this. Ah man, this would have been a 6-6 on this turn. It will be only a 5-5 on the next turn. They will suspect my thing also, you know, this Market Watch Phantom will not be able to block. I can get at least a card with the connecting the dots, maybe, if I so desire. Shady Informant, that actually can work. Alright, let's do the attack. I don't think they're gonna double block, but if they would, I would be happy. So of course one of these I have to trade. So I actually want to just yeah, this is now, I can turn it face up and then get rid of that. Yeah, I'm gonna do it like this, because I really need to get the 2-for-1 here. They did draw the lands that I wanted them to draw, so I was lucky there, but it's time for them to start drawing spells too. That's nothing I can help. I don't think it's that bad, it's just 1-for-1, 1-for-1 for my guy. And now I will get to deal with both of their things, and I have the connecting the dots actually. Assuming the last card in their hand is in fact a land just. Okay. That's a good attack because I'm forced to block this guy, so I'm now at 1. Once this thing dies. Okay. Well, I have actually pretty fast clock now. This is gonna go make them go to 10. And on the next turn, do I even potentially win? I'm gonna move the equipment now, because it will be 6 damage to face when I turn it face up. Oh, they did hit the pocket of lands there. It is very bad news for them. I don't even need to turn it face up before damage. Oh man, I kind of feel sorry for them because, well, I've been in the situation too. They just hit a land because there was a at least a couple of turns lasting, you know, kind of situation where if they can drop a creature, they basically win. They needed to break, from my perspective, they needed to break those 2 draw steps, at least. And I got the good stuff going on here. Okay. Okay, it still says 1 game remaining. That means that whatever glitch happened with the first version of the round 2 didn't, you know, mess up this thing. Okay, I've been on the play a lot, but is this a hand that is keepable? I have a lot of disguise creatures that cost 5 to reveal, and of course I have this hasty menace creature and some kind of removal. If you go to 6, I'm hoping to get like 3 lands and 3 spells. So this is, I guess, 1 spell fewer. I'm keeping this because if I go to like a 1 lander, then it's miserable. This still needs to, of course, allow me to be lucky enough to not draw lands here, like in the 50-50 ratio. Well, that's a land, but at least gives me another shot at a non-land. Okay, well, that was kind of a win, but top 3 cards of the deck were indeed lands there, so I don't know how to feel about that. Okay, Breakout, that's a card you don't usually see. So they look at the top 6 cards, they can reveal a creature from them. If the creature has mana value 2 or less, they can table it. Otherwise it goes to their hand. But that was 4th land in a row on the top of the deck. I was able to surveil one of them away, but... Okay, but and they are missing land drops, so... Okay, what to do here? I'm almost tempted to just get rid of the red herring here. I am almost tempted to do that. Well, I'm attacking first. And I got a very good card now. Next turn this is a 5-5. If the scapegoat survives, and I will suspect this as well. Yeah, I'm actually getting rid of this because I don't want them to draw into their lands. They also have a white card in their hand and red and green producing mana. Okay, that is slow land. Another tracker, I mean another 2-drop, but this allows me to... I mean the problem is now if they have their makeshift binding, they are going to get now the planes. So that, and especially because my draw steps have been 4 lands or 5 lands. Well, anyway, you know, you can do the math. This is the only non-land I have drawn in the game. Might as well play this face up. Because, you know... No, but why would I... I thought I can play this as a white-white spell. So the makeshift binding was a slight mistake. I was not supposed to use it there. But oh well. At least they didn't do anything nasty there. Okay, the offender is good. This is suspected, so I don't actually have to reveal it now. So what I'm doing, I'm playing this face up, pumping the scapegoat for 5 damage unless they want to trade with the scapegoat. Both outcomes I totally accept. And now I can make this into a 6-6 if they don't kill my creatures. And it will have the suspected status, so of course the opponent cannot really raise. They should just leave their things to block. And this 3-2 flyer isn't gonna do much. That's not the kind of body they want to pay 4 mana for. Okay, well, I mean, what the... I'm taking this, and do they wrath the board or something? I don't understand. No. So this is like game. They have to jump block the offender at large. If they block the scapegoat, they will lose the game. Okay, they didn't want to be afraid of this face down thing. I mean, this was maybe their only chance to win, hoping that this is something useless, very small thing. But I don't know why they attacked with this. They could have even double blocked the offender at large. Well, that was that. I think I drew 2 spells in that game. Well, let's do the math. I had this in my starting hand, and I had this makeshift binding in my starting hand. I drew the offender and this thing. At least I drew the expensive stuff when I had all these excess lands. And then all the remaining draws were lands. Nice. Okay, but I'm playing against some kind of a Naya color deck. And the Reckless Pilot there, I don't know what they were very aggressive there when they clearly weren't in a position to be that aggressive. Of the cards in here, the Orangutan is like the best sideboard card. The Due Diligence might be sideboarded in some cases when I think the opponent doesn't have like removal and the stat increasing the stats matters like a lot. But I don't think I care. The Orangutan can block their 3-2 flyer, but that's not really a big thing. It's a 3 mana 2-2 after all. That's not a good stat line. So if I don't see artifacts from them, I don't like to put this in the deck. And I think I'll just use the same build here. Okay. A hand that would be fantastic if one of these was a plains. So all I have going on for me is the scapegoat and the convenient target. If I draw any land though, the phantom is disguisable. Okay, because if I draw any land, I can do this on turn 3. That's why I'm gonna keep it. Ooh. I am going to start with the Haster. Now, that was the best draw I could have had there. Now I have this 1, 2, 3 curve here. Okay, now the opponent can actually do racing here. This doesn't need to get the menace, because it can fly. Also, I got the Dog Walker here. Okay, so they are gonna put all the eggs in the same basket. My Dog Walkers will be able to... Like, I can do some jump blocking with that, with those dogs. Yes, I will do the attack. They might even equip on the next turn and take 6. But I do want to play the Dog Walker now, face down, so that I can on the next turn get, remember, tapped tokens. But I can still have the Novice Inspector to block that thing. I think I'm going to now suspect this, because I'm not going to use this for blocking. The 3-1 having menace is, I think, good. And the scapegoat can function as another jump blocker. Okay, that's gonna hurt my Novice Inspector a little bit. They don't get to solve this case yet, but it will be annoying when they do, because then they will pick up tramples for the attackers. Okay, so this has vigilance, but it doesn't actually matter with suspected status. So I need 2 mana. Well, that's very simple. I will start with this. I will see what I'm gonna draw. Ground Control Warden is potentially very good, but potentially because if I got a land for the next turn, I could at least have a chance for the Dog Walker and an immediate flip. And I have here a 5-drop. Yeah, I think I'm going to not... This is too clumsy to use now in the situation at hand. And I will be playing the Novice Inspector, so I can make the Phantom to fly. I don't think they would be blocking, but I'm still gonna flip this before. I mean, I want to deal the extra point, so they will have the information about this, but yeah. Okay. This thing is food, so they can gain 3 life with it, get 2 dogs even. So they go for that immediately. And now I can just... yeah, they will solve this thing, so this is my final chance to jump it with the 1-1 without getting any trample dealt to me. So that's that, and then I will be... this is gonna be close. This is going to be close, and I did not draw the land for the Dog Walker either. I won't be cracking the clue because this will hurt me. So if this is a 5-5, can I just kill it? I know I can do the concealed weapon and equip. That doesn't seem so good though. Yeah, the trample is gonna be the problem. I cannot jump block. I'm going to have to do this. I don't know why did I do it pre-combat, but I'm a fool, I guess. And I will offer the... No, I'm gonna just do it like this. If they wanna double block it, I'm fine with that. And then I will be equipping on the Phantom, I guess. It's 5 power, so it can now trade with the Herring. But of course, this is really... I'm really vulnerable to any kind of a pump spell. But we will see. I'd prefer them to have a pre-combat removal, sorcery speed removal, than have a pump spell. Okay, so they are actually now having... Yeah, that's bad. I can jump block the other one. I think I have to. Could they keep trample to that? Well, I mean, then I jump that. Yeah. Okay. Also, them having the triple green mana here for the, for this mana base, that's pretty good for them. Alright, so I'm gonna face at least a 5/5 trampler. The other one I can jump. So there is that. The problem with this is that I won't be able to get these dogs. Well, actually I will be getting the dogs if I'm willing to go to very low life total here. It can't be right though. I think it is pretty simple. Just do it like this and play this. Oh, no, they have a priority, of course, for the reason that the red herring can be sacked for a card. So this is now the idea. If they attack with both, I guess I'll just take the 5 power trampler and go to 1. and trade with the other one. If they attack with just one, well, things would be different. But now this is gonna be, I would double block this herring. But because I'm not going to do this. Now the problem is just the case of the trampled garden here. They just can keep making those tramplers, but there's not much here. At least now I can sack my clue. But I need now like a ton of toughness to not die. Let's just accept that I lost this game, because I'm not going to be able to have the toughness anymore. Don't know if there's anything in here. Tap. Did they have a lot of removal? They did have the Archdruid's Charm. Right. The orangutan can deal with the herring, but you know, the herring wasn't the problem. It was the case. There's also the haunch, which I might have a window to deal with, but that's still a fairly low amount of targets, and I kind of want to just be the aggressor here, not thinking about defending and stuff. I will be on the play as well. What would I be cutting here? Do I want to play two? Well, on the play, yes. This is the deck. Okay, now this is also a good hand. They mulligan, but given the mana based, it's kind of normal to be forced to mulligan. No one drop, but I have a 2 and a 3 and then some interaction here, which I like. Just don't have a shock. Okay, that's great. Alright, Dog Walker. Let's make this guy fly, just in case. Now this is more like it. Yeah, let's do this. I can now make this Phantom to fly, and they are not going to trade with the Dog Walker, or if they are, I'm very happy if they do that. So do I want to have a... No, I'm gonna use the Felonious Rage when the power pump matters. I know I would have gotten another 2-2 out of it, but I might need to fight through a thing that has too much toughness. Did they have a priority there? I'm still doing this. Okay, it doesn't seem like they have. Okay, so now this is a good attack. Alright, this is a very different game from the previous one, wherever I was back against the wall. Okay, I kind of hoped for a single big thing, because the makeshift binding would be so convenient at dealing with that. But this is fine, they can torch that guy, get a clue, and now I can just... I'm just gonna make this guy fly. And offer the trade of him for the detective here. I will wait until the binding finds something. By the way, they don't have a place, now they do. But it was just a red herring. It won't be such a problem in this game than it was in the previous one. They could have played it post-combat to leave it as a blocker. Okay, well that is a bunch of lands, but... As long as they don't rat the board, this is gonna be just a game over right now. I'm gonna play it face up, you know, because if I didn't have mana to play it face down and also use the reveal ability. So it's possible I draw something expensive and then I can't both reveal this and play the expensive thing. But yeah, this was pretty obvious that they had no chance when I had my interaction here and good curve out for the creatures. Alright, I had some clumsy stuff like the Informant and the Warden here, and not quite enough 2-drops to make me happy. But I got the job done regardless. Double defenestrated Phantom is, in general, the number of these disguise creatures that cost 5 or more mana to turn face up is, well, actually this is actually 4, but regardless, maybe not ideal. I would take more Market Watch Phantoms and less of these things. But I'm not gonna whine here because I got that wins here, and let's claim the prize. And there will be still a few drafts of this set coming up, so I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching, and bye bye.